Radiance Films brings to Blu-ray the 1971 Italian crime thriller Confessions of a Police Captain. Nothing to do with Robin Asquith films. This stars Franco Nero, Martin Balsam, and Marilù Tolo. This is region A and B, so this will play in Europe or North America on your Blu-ray player. It's 104 minutes, directed by Damiano Damiani, who has done a lot of really solid Italian crime and dramatic work. The Radiance previously put out a box set of Damiani films that starred Franco Nero, and it is in Italian with English subtitles or an English dub. In the English dub, Martin Balsam dubs himself. Franco Nero doesn't. The film was mostly shot in English, so if you're more into lips matching, the English dub is for you, though sadly it's always a little distracting to not hear Franco Nero's voice. If you want to hear it as audiences in Italy heard it, there's the Italian dub with English subtitles. Music by Riz Ortolani. It looks amazing. Radiance does a really good job, and I love that they're consistently putting out all these films from other countries, especially Italy, as I'm a big fan of Italian cinema. These films I've never seen, or films that have never had a proper Blu-ray or even sometimes home video release here. The basic story, I'm not going to tell you much. It's a very simple story, and I don't want to get into it. There's a lot of twists and turns in this, so I don't want to get into it. Basically, a criminal, for some reason, is released from prison after Martin Balsam, a police captain, talks to him. He very quickly tries to murder a prominent businessman who may not totally be a totally legitimate businessman. And after that, this is a police investigation launches headed by Franco Nero into why that happened, if more murders are on the way, and it just involves corruption and the fact that Balsam's character may know more than he's letting on. Like, why was he sort of watching from a distance as this initial murder happened and not doing anything about it? What's kind of going on here? So it's very smart. It's very dark. It deals with corruption, the mafia, murder, cover-ups, and the rules of justice being kind of bent immorally for moral reasons. I'll tell you that much about it. It's a really just like a solid, grim police procedural with great locations, interiors and exteriors in Sicily, and Nero and Balsam are just great in this. So if you like good, smart Italian police thrillers, not as much a Poliziotteschi, not really an action movie per se. It's got moments of action in it, but it's really more about a procedural and somebody, again, Franco Nero playing a cop who is just so on the side of right that he will not stand up for anyone inside the law bending it in order to have maybe a preferred outcome. So special features on this, they include an interview with Franco Nero discussing his experience working with co-star Martin Balsam, the cast and crew on, this was his second collaboration with Damiano Damiani, the rest of which are in that box set from Radiance that's already out there. Hopefully not out of print yet, because it's a really, really good films in that they refer to a lot in these extras. That's 29 minutes, so fresh Franco Nero discussion. Interview with Italian voice actor and TV presenter Michele Gamino, reflecting on his feature film debut. He played the younger partner of Martin Balsam in this film, and Martin Balsam's help with his English dialogue, because they were recording it. They were not recording sound on set, which they didn't do in Italy at this point, but they were having everybody speak English so that it would be easier to export this film to the UK and America. And this guy didn't really speak English that terribly well. So he was, Martin Balsam was helping him in his pronunciation and things like that so that his lips would look better when he was eventually dubbed by somebody else. The film's depiction of his native Palermo and more, that's 23 minutes. You had an interview with editor Antonio Siciliano talking about the film's rhythm of the dialogue scenes and key changes he implemented and his admiration for Damiano Damiani's cinema. That's 27 minutes. There's a film score expert, Lovely John, who's in a lot of Blu-rays. Radiance, and I think he's done some other stuff too, talking about Riz Ortolani's work on the film, comparing it to his other scores and to those of other composers of the era, and breaks down the film's powerful main theme. That's 31 minutes, and then you get a 78 image gallery. But that's not all. You get the package. So this is a limited edition of 3,000 copies, and as I always point out, this little thing right here that always seems like, why do they always cover up half of the art? It's a little slip that you can just take out if you don't want it covered up. So you get the front and the back there. You crack it open, and the disc itself, and a nice picture of Martin Balsam being angry or choking on a chicken bone. You get the Italian poster art there, and you get Franco Nero, Martin Balsam. You open it up, are they arguing? No, they won't even face each other. You get a nice little booklet, as Radiance always does, with cast and crew, Justice is Never Neutral, an interview with Damiano Damiani from 1972 by Gerard Langlois, interview with Damiano Damiani from 1972 by a guy, or Guy Brackhor, and notes and transfer notes and things, and you get cool little pictures from the film throughout. I love that Radiance does this. I always mention this, is that they tend to take interview materials or reviews that were done when these films were new or recent, and it gives you an idea of what people thought about these things when they were fresh, as opposed to somebody looking at something decades later and heaping praise on something. It's sometimes things were beloved at the time, sometimes they were not. So available on Blu-ray from Radiance Films is a very solid police thriller from Italy, Confessions of a Police Captain.